First things first, Trobi, how are you?
Yeah, good. How about you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Cool.
So before we go into the music that you've been making, I'd like to go back to the beginning. Do you remember the first album, or maybe you're too young for that, but the first artist you kind of started listening to?
I guess I started listening to Avicii.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why, looking back, why Avicii?
Yeah, I don't know. His melody are really happy. I like happy music. I make happy music too. And yeah, he was on the radio that time, so yeah, it was for me easy to listen.
And how old were you, kind of?
9 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then was it immediately that you thought, well, not, this is what I want to do, I want to make music?
No, that came because of my dad has a friend and his son was also DJ.
Okay.
So I looked at him and yeah, I thought from yeah, I want that. So my dad bought a CD 200, so really small, only CD.
Sure.
And yeah, I started there. So yeah.
Was it difficult in the beginning to kind of?
Yeah, yeah, but the son of the friend of my dad helped me a lot.
Okay.
So that was really cool.
So you kind of asked him for advice?
Yeah, yeah, and I was every week was at his home to see how I be a good DJ.
Sure. And how long did it take from that point to where you were proud of a track that you made, that you thought, well, now this is good?
That is actually, I guess, 6 years later.
Okay, okay. So obviously you've learned a lot
Yeah.
in that time. What is one thing that is essential, you think, kind of to where you are now? What got you to where you are now?
I guess that I stalked my manager on Facebook, and yeah, like 2 months I stalked him and sent him a message, and yeah, he don't reply. And yeah, after that he replied and invited me for a meeting, and that's where it's all started.
But then obviously that means that you believed in yourself quite a bit. So
Yeah, there was one track. It was called "Take Me Away," and yeah, that was my track. It was Trobi. It was happy, tropical birds. Everything was in it. So I spammed it 2 months, and after that he replied me.
do you remember what the start of that track was? What the first kind of idea for it was?
No, not really. But I was messaging on Facebook with a guy from London, a singer called Bless Jones, and yeah, that was the start. And he sent me some vocals, and I tried some, and the vocals were really happy. So, and that's where Trobi starts, happy music, because I always made electronic music, and yeah, I don't like it anymore. I just want to make commercial music, like tropical, deep. Not too tropical like Kygo, but yeah, more like Sunfeld and with some Major Lazer influence. So yeah, that's really cool.
When did that change come? When you thought, well, this is maybe too electronic and I like to make music that people will listen to, that people celebrate.
I guess like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Do you know what kind of changed around that time?
Yeah, I was playing on a party, and I was thinking like, yeah, I don't like this music. I want to make my own happy music, and it's difficult to find music that I really like because I can make what I like.
Sure.
So not a lot of people make that music what I like. So yeah, I have to make it myself.
Fair enough. So, well, you say happy music, and so do you have to be in a happy mood when you're producing, or can it be any time? And
No, not really. If I'm in the studio, I'm just making happy music. Also, if I'm sad,
okay.
But I'm not always sad.
Fair enough. But does it help then? Maybe you're not feeling too well, or you.
No. Otherwise, I ask some people. I work with a good pianist, and yeah, he's really cool, and he's always happy. So.
That helps.
Yeah.
You're very young still, 16, and you got signed by Spinning Label.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about what you're doing, about your music?
Yeah, you will be awarded for your good work and your hard work. So hard work pays off. That's really true.
Well, this is interesting because, well, you're still young, but you worked for six years quite hard.
Yeah.
And now that you've kind of signed, and is it as you expected it 6 years ago? Kind of the industry and how it works?
No, not really. I never minded that it was like this. And like 2 years ago, I what do I say? They told me I can make money with it,
Okay.
so I never know it.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah, so I'm not started because of money or something like that. True, 2 years ago, my manager told me from yeah, you can make money with it.
But then, obviously, are you still in school now?
Yeah,
Okay, but because
at the Herman Brood Academy.
yeah, but I was gonna say because you wanted to go to the Herman Brood Academy. Was that important for you to kind of get an education in music?
Yeah, yeah. I had myself 3 goals. So one was signed to management, one was signed to spinning records, and one was to go to the Herman Brood Academy. So yeah, it helps you a lot. They're thinking in the mind of an artist. So yeah, that's really cool.
And obviously, quite famously, Martin Garrix also
Yeah.
went in there. So maybe have you spoken to him about
No,
going through this or?
no, never spoke to him about it. But I work with an artist who's also studied there, Boas from the Beats.
Sure.
So yeah, he can tell me what's going to happen there.
Well, you mentioned Boas from the Beats, who's doing quite well as
Yeah.
well. So what was it like getting tips from him and getting?
Yeah, he was rent a studio at the management where I'm at. So I met him really often, and he started work with me. He wanted to hear my music, so yeah, we go in the studio and we make some beats, and he liked me, and yeah, now we work 2 times a week
Sure.
together. So he helped me a lot to make my own sound. So that's really cool.
What was the most important tip he gave you? Perhaps not even about the music, but more or less about going into this business and doing this work.
Yeah, be yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was his.
Is that difficult to do?
No, not really. It's happened.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Finally, then, well, you're kind of starting out still. So where do you want to go? What you say? Only 2 years ago, you noticed that you can make money, and then kind of. So what is your goal, so to say, with the music you make?
My goal is to do my first release, and it would be in December. And then my big goal is to play at Ultra Miami on the worldwide stage or on the main stage. That's my goal.
Okay, but let's go into the first goal first, which is your single. What can you tell me? Is it still a little bit a secret, or can you tell
No,
me?
it's a single with 2 Dutch girls.
Okay.
They are singing Jungle Bee, and it's released on Spinning Records, and it's called In the Studio from Trobi.
So the second goal, you want to play Ultra.
Yeah.
How much have you played in the clubs? Because obviously most of the clubs you won't be legally
No.
allowed to go into.
Yeah, I played a lot of drive-in shows, so I built up the own stage for myself, so that was really cool. And I played a lot of clubs. They don't care really about the age. Yeah, I was spinning well, so it was cool.
That's good. And then final question: you have producing on the one hand, creating tracks, then playing, performing live, DJ. What for you is the biggest difference between the two?
The biggest difference between DJ and producer? Yeah, I do more like producing, but yeah, you can be yourself with producing, and with DJ, yeah, I like it. But yeah, if I get a chance to be my whole life producer or my whole life a DJ, I'd definitely be a producer because yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
your time.
thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Ja, kom eens.